I grew up in the Baptist churches, deep in the American evangelical tradition, where purity culture was law, where men held the pulpit and women held their tongues. From the outside, it looked like devotion. From the inside, it felt like control. I remember being a teenager, fumbling my way into my own sexuality. When I made mistakes, the boys would laugh it off. "He's just sowing his wild oats," the adults would say. But the girls, they were branded. Branded with names like whore, slut, defiled, impure. Their relationships would forever be tainted. Their reputations were shattered, while mine remained untouched. That was the first crack. I remember my mother living in a marriage that had died long before she found the courage to leave it. And when she did leave my father, the community didn't ask how they could help. They shamed her, as if her survival was a sin. That was the second crack. And I remember the sermons about LGBTQ people. Not people, really. Caricatures, punching bags, proof texts in a preacher's arsenal. I watched friends made invisible. I watched love turn into something shameful. That was the third crack. By my late teens, the fractures had spread so wide that my faith could barely hold. And yet, ironically, I felt a deep, innate, sincere call to preach. I wanted to stand on that stage to declare something true. But how could I, when the God I was taught to serve seemed so callous? Every setback in my life felt like a curse, every failure like divine punishment. So I turned away. For years I ran and ran and ran, and it broke me. I didn't understand myself. I didn't have words for the chaos that raged inside my mind and my heart. In my late 30s, I got answers to some of those things. I was able to get labels, diagnoses, if you will, that showed me that my mind wasn't wrong. It wasn't something that was flawed. It was just divergent. Autism, ADHD, OCD, those are just labels. But for the first time, I felt acceptance. Self-acceptance. Acceptance of the way my mind worked. Acceptance that I wasn't broken. I was simply built differently. And that acceptance opened the door to something I thought I'd lost forever. It reconciled the feelings within me that I had run from. My relationship with God changed. Not the God of fear, not the God of purity rings, patriarchal chains. Something deeper. Something that has been whispering to me since I was a child. The whisper grew louder until I couldn't ignore it anymore. That whisper became a call. The same call I felt when I was young, but it was now tempered with the scars of age, of flaws of my own shame. This channel, this is my revelation. It won't be perfect. I will say the wrong things. I will stumble. But I can't stay silent anymore. I don't know if it's God with a capital G or a little g God, the universe itself, Mother Nature, some power beyond my knowing. That's all I know. But something has compelled me. Something has carried me. Something is still speaking. And I am not ready to let those words remain hidden. So if you've ever been broken by faith, if you've ever felt the weight of dogma but still longed for meaning, if you've ever wondered whether purpose could be bigger than the walls you grew up inside, then welcome. This is the Dreamer's Path, and you don't have to walk it alone.